Congratulations.
Thank you.
You played such a super game.
Thank you.
Now, what I have to tell you, first of all, I'm a gay guy. America loves you. Gay guy, straight, it doesn't matter.
Thank you. It's weird not knowing what people think of you. I always said it's funny because everybody in the house is always like, I'm probably America's favorite, this and that. I'm like, honestly, I don't care. I'll be happy in the middle. I just don't want to be at the bottom. But, just hearing stuff like that, it's just like, wow, it's surprising to me.
Well, it would be funny to hear you be so modest and humble and how other house guests I won't name saying how great they were and how people loved them. And we'd cry laughing because we'd be like, no, America actually hates you.
But that's the funny part is I laugh too because I hate them too. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of. I don't know. It's just everyone has a perception of themselves. You've heard the good people a million times this summer. There was just a lot of self-righteous people in the house who saw themselves how they wanted to see them. We all called it a fantasy reality problem, and they lived in a fantasy, and they couldn't see it in reality, and that's what it was.
You've many times said, I hate this, I want out of here, how can I stand this? I think America cried along with you, but how did you keep your focus?
Oh, my goodness. I've hit rock bottom in this house so many times. I do remember crying in the backyard with my dad saying, there's no money worth this. Why am I here? I don't want to do this. I want to go home. And
He's 12.
I know, huh? It's horrible, huh? But you don't understand. It was so much for me. Looking back on it, I wouldn't trade this experience for the world. It was definitely an experience of a lifetime. It was an adventure. And in an adventure always has to end. It is what you make of it, and I believe that we made a tremendous, tremendous adventure.
The night that you kind of came together and said, let's try to give it a chance, I think we all cried.
It's weird because, I don't even remember all this stuff, and as much as I hated, the cameras and the microphones, I just wanted to get away and you couldn't escape from it, you forget that everyone's watching you all the time, and you try to watch when you come in the house, you try to watch what you're going to say, and then you just forget about it, and you probably say more than you should.
Well, your screaming fight with Jen was one of the highlights of my life. Personally, this summer, I thought I watched it 9 times.
Well, that's good. I hope you enjoyed the iced tea as well.
Love the iced tea. But I thought even then, your father is setting you up to win because he's so evil. How could anybody possibly vote for him?
Honestly, one thing, when he's so loud, you kind of get put in the shadow and people don't see you as much as they see him. I think I'm not mad that he won it all. I will definitely point that out. I couldn't be happier. But I think a lot of people underestimated how much that I did strategize with my dad because he was the mouth, and even if it was my idea, it came out of his mouth, which it shouldn't have, but then he got the credit for it. But as long as we're here together, I'm happy.
We could see it. We saw the machinations at home. We saw that, how you played, and you were kind of, you were equal in your evilness.
Evil? No, just kidding.
The backstabbing and the lying and we love you, we're going to be a Final Four, and we're going to get you out next week. I mean, you did do your share of lying.
Honestly, people say you could come in this house and I'm going to tell the truth, I'm going to be a good person the whole time. I can tell you right now, hands down, you cannot make it to the end in this house without lying. You cannot. There's absolutely no way. And you're going to lie. You have to because you can't let people know what you're doing. And at one point, one of the hardest things for me in the house was turning my back on Jessica and was going against that. I had a horrible time deciding whether it was the right thing to do or not, but you reach a point in the game where you have to do what's best for yourself to make it in the final 2. Who cares about the jury votes? It's about getting to the final 2, and that's the most important thing.
For somebody who was private, is it hard to answer weird questions about your dad, your relationship, Nick, your relationship? Is it hard to answer those kind of things?
To be honest, some of them, I am a very private person. I stay at home a lot. I don't party a lot. I'm that girl. I'm the girl you want to bring home to mom. It is really, really hard. I guess I'm kind of getting used to it. Family questions have never been that hard for me, but I guess having everyone watch it makes it a lot more awkward.
It's awkward.
Yeah, awkward.
It must be strange to you to hear this, but I have to think, I said this in the Aaron's song was alive, you have a serious. I have to believe that. I can't imagine that your life is going to not be different.
Everyone keeps saying that. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like nobody believes me. I see myself as just an average girl. I live in Huntington Beach. I'm just your average, normal person, and I'm sure life will be a little bit different. I don't expect too much different, but who knows? I'm up for anything.
You'll be moving to Minnesota, and you'll be flying in for audition.
Oh, dear. No comment.
Truthfully, did you think you couldn't have known 90 days ago how your life could change?
No way. Not at all. I'm coming into this house. Everything happened that I didn't expect to happen, and it's been one heck of a trip. So, yeah, completely different than what I thought it would be.
I have 1,000 questions for you, but I know they're going to kill me if I keep talking. But strategy, I would just watch and go, yeah, right on, right on. Did you ever question anything that you did?
I don't regret anything. If I could go back and change something, when I put up Eric as, to try to backdoor him, I would have originally put up Eric and Dustin rather than Kale and Jen, because one of them would have went home. Other than that, I don't regret it, because if anything would have changed, I might not be here right now. That's the only thing I would have maybe, but other than that, it is what it is, and I love it.
Quick last question. Jen crying over her photo. Response.
Did I? Oh, God. It's Jen. I call Jen a fable. That is her nickname for me. I've never met anybody in my life like Jen. I never want to meet anybody else like Jen in my life. I hope nobody has to meet anybody like Jen. Honestly, she doesn't exist to me. After this, she does not exist, and that's all it is. She's unfreaking believable.
She was clearly jealous.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. She's a wacko.
TV picked up that Nick liked you, and TV picked up that she had to go, oh my God, why aren't I the girl?
Well, Jen's one of those girls, the catty females. I don't play those games. I never have. I never will. I don't see myself as better than anybody. And Jen obviously does. And, when she tries to talk down to people, it's the most ridiculous thing. I'll never forget, in the first week, Jen comes up to me and she tells me, as her and Nick are fighting, she goes, you're going to want to put on some makeup. This is going to be on TV. And this is all on TV, and who are you to tell me to put on makeup? Girl, who are you? It was the most ridiculous thing, and that just says Jen, that's who she is.
That made the air, by the way.
I'm glad.
But will you remember us when you're really famous and huge and have the series on the air and it's on TV? Would you remember us, please?
Of course.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Congratulations. You really did play a great game. I'm a fan of the show for a long time, but you did such an outstanding job.